just turn off the other machine so the echo goes away. Echo, 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 echo. There we go. No more echo. Well, thank you, sir. So, what I think is that a picture speaks 1,000 words. That was the picture from last night. And in fact, let me do something here. Let me give you guys your link. All right, I wanted to put the link in my trading room. Can you see the live charts? If you can see the live charts, please respond. In fact, let's move some of this over. A little bigger here. There we go. You can, very good. All right, so let's go back to chart 8. So, last night, the Omni went neutral. This has absolutely zero to do with my Omni. It knows nothing about that move at all whatsoever. So it going neutral there was very interesting. And then when I saw that spot, I said, well, one picture speaks 1,000 words. Time for the downside. And I set up a trade for us to go short last night. And that trade was set up for us to go short at, called an Oscarism trade, by the way. And an Oscarism to sell short at 77.84. How close we got. 7784. That's what we were going to sell as an Oscarism. Not an Omni, but an Oscarism trade. So we were going to hit it there and expected a bunch of downside targets. In fact, 76.68 is expected. That's what I have right here in a circle. 76.68 expected soon. So I guess we're going down there for now. So, yeah, I kind of thought we'd get a fill last night because S&P was trading. Look, S&P went all the way up here. It got up to 77.70. I went, all right, 15 more points, and I'm putting us in, but it just didn't go. The Omni call, though, was tremendous. Spectacular call. And here's what happened. This is what happened so far. Thank you, Peter. So not a bad call by Omni on that one, huh? Or at least the Omni going neutral and then Oscarism jumped in. I can't do an Oscarism unless I have a neutral Omni. But once I have a neutral Omni, the gloves come off. I get to do whatever I want. Thank you, Glove. All right, so now we just put a little red circle here. We make it a little thinner. Maybe a little thicker than that. And we just leave it like the others behind it. You could actually put one here too, but it didn't quite hit. So we'll leave that and we'll see what kind of projections we're going to get on the downside. Omni is not green, it's neutral. And we get rid of WOW for now, it doesn't matter anymore. Nasty Q. Didn't go too far. Could put our trend lines back in their spots. You know, I moved them yesterday so we could see what it looked like without them. And we'll just put them back now. And we're back at that spot. I think, yes, SpaceX, because the lockup for only some of the stockholders was last night. He does, huh? I hope it's a winning trade. So let's go look at SpaceX. Hold on a moment. Let's do this. We need QST over here. We need SpaceX on this side. Let's go look at it. Open Windows. So today was the end of a lockup. Really didn't do anything. Come on, get smaller, please. Small, thank you. All right, so I need another day. We need another day. After one more day's bar comes in, I should be able to do another projection. I will tell you, I do not like this right here. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I do not like this. I don't like what I see right here. We'll see what that means. Maybe over the weekend I can find something. Is today Friday? Oh, it's not. Excellent. I get more time this week. Is today Friday? Thursday? What the hell day is this? It's Thursday. Oh, good. I'll get an extra ball. Well, thank you, Vaughn. Vaughn, did you get set up with Dano on Discord? Very good. See, one of the things about SpaceX tomorrow is that there's a lot of people holding very high priced SpaceX. You know what I mean? Even if you were an insider, you got hit at 135. Everyone is holding expensive SpaceX right now. Thank you, Vaughn. I think I did yesterday. I didn't last night. As the developer, I cannot really have too much of it without it looking like a scam. So, I got to be a little careful on what I buy. I'm at 26% already. I have to be careful. It doesn't even count the other stuff I bought that no one knows about, which we won't tell anybody. All right, so SpaceX has another day this week to trade, which is tomorrow. I do not like the formation I'm looking at right now. I'll tell you that right off the bat. I don't like that at all. I think tomorrow we're going under 100. The stage is set. In fact, they already took out the stops on the upside, so downside comes next. All right, we'll see what we get out of it. I'm going to say that my off the cuff, not 100% analyzed projection of 88 is still in the cards. All right, so let's make that a little fatter so we can read it. But I will tell you that when I first did the analysis, and I've told you guys 107 and then maybe 88, it hasn't really changed yet. I don't have 100%, confirmation at 88, but it looks like it's gonna work its way there. If that changes, of course, I'll be quick to mention it. So the 88 target still remains valid for now. We'll see what happens. Things move rapidly. Of course, Tamar. Of course, no problem. Now, if there were more bars on this chart, I could draw some trend lines and beat it up a little bit, but I have to do this with my eyes. There's nothing to draw trend lines on yet. So I just have to visualize where it's going. Now, you must understand I'm not a nut, and I'm not visualizing where I think it might go. I'm drawing the lines on the chart with my eyes and then visualizing. I'm not crazy. I'm just good at market geometry. All right, what's next? How's Mr. Ugly Tesla doing? Oh no, that thing's going back to 282, huh? It's gonna go for the target. That sucker hooked. All right, here's what it is. Tell you what, I think the setup of all setups last night was in wheat. Someone actually pointed it out in the room. What a great setup this was last night. I can't believe we didn't get involved. It was just right on the money. I know you guys can't see my Omni setup, but it was so right on the money last night. I just figured if I get a short the S&P, that's going to make $5,000. This is going to make $500. Let's go with the S&P. But yeah, nice setup in wheat. Soybeans, not as pretty. Anything else go crazy today? Let's take a look at the board. No, I didn't see the coffee, sugar, cocoa, cotton, orange juice. Nothing happened there. That caught my attention last night. Bonds did nothing. They came back down a little, which we don't want to see. Crude, we don't want to see ever it go back above 80, but is what it is. There's a war going on. Wheat down 11. It's about the only outlier right here. Everything else is right in line. I see nothing that catches my attention. How about the stocks? Nothing there either. What a nothing day. There's nothing. This is good. Maybe I don't have to spend the whole day in front of the machine. Maybe I'll go do something for my birthday. So last night, I got taken out by by 4 girls. My daughters and 2 of their friends, all young kids, 20, 21, 24, 25, whatever the numbers were, to go bar hopping. Boy, did we have fun last night. I was like, that's right, I'm a pimp. That's right, everybody. I'm a pimp. This is my stable here. I was having fun with it. A bunch of people looking at me, so I just played the pimp role. That's right, I'm a pimp. Tamar, calling that 107. You know when I called that, right? Did you see when I called that? See if you could figure how it's even possible to do something like this. Um, window, view open windows, SpaceX. Do you realize that the only bars I had on SpaceX were these? So I made a projection for 107 where the target is, right? You want to see what I had to project off of? Look. 7.6. What's this? It can't be 7.6. That can't be the right date. Get out of here. What date did I just click on? That doesn't make sense. Huh? 7.6. I guess it is. All right. 7.6. All right, so now let's put this chart back together. What happened here? I got it. I understand. I put that in the wrong box. That should be here. That's what I did wrong. Come on, chart, load up, baby. So, this was my entire Tesla chart. This was it. That was the whole chart. That's all we had. And with that bit of information, oddly enough, I was able to come up with the call for 107. Now I'll add that stuff back in. It's just crazy that that worked. Am I in the way here? Hold on. Can you guys see the chart? Because sometimes my camera's in the way and I don't see what you guys are looking at. Let's move it over here. Oh, chart, don't move. You move. There we go. All right, so this is all we had as far as data. And with that bit of data, I don't know how I ended up conjuring up that 107, but with that little bit of data, we came up with this. Isn't that crazy? I don't even know how I did it. I mean, I do. I could do it again, but it's just crazy with such little data. I was able to come up with something that worked. Good afternoon from Florida. Good afternoon from Las Vegas. So, wonder if we should do something like this. Let's put some quotes up in the background. What if I just put the two chat rooms here, and then at least we can see what we're speaking about? And then if I put the other one here, we can all see what we're speaking about. Can you guys read any of this? Hold on, let's do a shift roll. Maybe I can make everything bigger. All right, so that's good. Now you can read what's going on here. And will that work? Will that work on this? Control roll. Oh, it works here too. Good. All right, can you guys read these two chat rooms now? So at least we can all see what we're saying to one another. Who could trade crude? You know, with this war on, war off, I mean, it's just, thank you, Neil, it's out of control. Crude is on chart 5, right? Yes, boom. And for now, crude still looks not good. But we are getting closer to the weekend. Has Iran broken the peace treaty yet? I'm assuming that's going to happen very shortly. Oh, my camera's in the way. My camera's always in the way. I expect you guys to buy the crap out of the Omni Phoenix for my birthday. Somebody better do that. I'm not allowed to do it myself. It's my birthday. Someone else has to do it. Where is it, by the way? Phoenix, where are you? All right. Now we need some buyers. It's my birthday. Come in and buy this thing for me. Hello from Germany. Hello from the United States. What you got there, MCM? Oh, love it. Very cool. Normally, that would mean something bad, but doesn't mean anything bad when it's the Omni. All right, quotes. Gotta have quotes in the background at all times. Well, that's not going to do it. Oh, the new chat room. You guys are all going to try out my new chat room soon. Is everyone going to help me test out my new chat room? I'm going to need a lot of help. I'm setting it up so that... now, tell me if this happens to you guys or not, because it happens to me. Do you not find the chat room when you look for it? You show up and there's nobody in it? Has that happened to you? Oh, wrong camera. Have you tried to log into the chat room and there's no one in the chat room? It's empty? Because it happens to me, and I own the damn chat room, and I'll show up and it'll be empty. And I'll go, well, it's not empty. There's 30 people in it. All right, so it's not just you. All right. Now, here's what I think must happen. You know how many newcomers join the site, try to join the room, find nobody in there, and we never see them again? Right? It must happen to me all the time. So we are going to, I've already purchased a new server. It's already been installed. I've had the boys on it. Thank you. Thank you, Thiesman. So I've installed a new server. I've had the boys program it. Tony, Ben, thank you so much for what you guys do. And get this, though. Here's the scary part. Send me the software so my programmers can put it in. No, we have to install it ourselves. We need access to your server. Why? Well, there's sensitive material in there, and it's got a license, and a lot of people are paying for that license, but you're asking for a 2-week free trial, so we have to install it. Guess what country this company is from? One guess, everybody. Hi, baby.
Hello.
Of course. Now, hi, baby. Now, the thing about China is every company in China is partners with the Chinese government. So the reason why they've got to install that software on my server so that they can install the tracking bullshit that they're going to watch everything that we do on. You know that, right? Now, the one thing I'm not worried about is that this is an open room to the public, so let them watch what we talk about. It doesn't really matter. They won't have access to my Omni and my Omni databases. All that stuff's on completely different servers in a different building, but they probably will be watching everything we talk about because it's China.
Hi. How does an escape room at 5:30 p.m. in Vegas sound?
I don't know.
Sound okay for you?
Why not?
It's not a scary one. It's Can I give? It's like.
I don't care if it's scary.
Oh, I was gonna say it's not gonna be super dark or anything. It's like interesting. It's witchy.
A witchy one, huh?
Maybe potiony.
Also,
Okay.
you told him when.
5:30.
Okay. So then
That's
before
8:30.
that, we have a birthday lunch being delivered to you. Well, I have to go pick it up, but
It
from
will be
Althea.
Really?
Yeah. So then I'll be going to pick it up around like 2 or so.
Is Althea going to join us? Althea, are you going to join us for lunch?
That I don't know, maybe, but she said
All the
she
comments are
couldn't,
like,
then
"I'm
I
Althea."
would go pick it up. Yeah, we want to hash out
We'll
some
have to ask her.
details.
Okay. This is exciting.
Mm-hmm. We just want to make sure that was good and come in and say hi.
Yeah, well, that's one thing. That's one thing, Peter, that YouTube's got a 40-second delay. There's nothing you can really do about it. You just watch. If you just watch it on YouTube, then there is no delay. All right. So anything else, kids? What time's lunch?
So she'd call it in around like 4:15, 4:30 New York, and then I go pick it up for around 5. So maybe a little after that. So probably around 5:30, 6.
Okay. I'm excited.
Yeah. All right.
Well, thank you.
Of
Oh yeah, of
course.
course.
Guess we're not taking Mom, huh?
Not for this
she's not up
excursion.
to it. Yeah.
Of course not. I'm just joking.
I mean, to
Also,
be
Can't
fair,
take her
it's
to an escape room.
Oh,
like,
she likes that
could
stuff
just sit and watch
anyways.
it.
She's having trouble escaping from her
Oh
mattress.
yeah, she walks the feet. Yeah, that is true.
But yeah, we wanted to let you know.
Well, thank you.
Mhm.
It's exciting.
Mhm.
Appreciate it.
Of course.
Last night was fun. I was just telling him.
I know.
I was telling him I was a pimp last night.
Because that was all girls.
I was walking around with a harem of girls. I'm looking around. I got 4 beautiful women. That's right. I'm a pimp. That's right.
Did you go to the hard hat?
No, we went to we started at Dustland and they gave I have videos, I'll show you. They gave Dad a Twinkie with a candle in it.
Uh-huh.
And they
Cool.
sang happy birthday the whole bar. And then
The whole bar.
the
sang
whole
happy
bar was so
birthday.
cool. They were like, whose birthday is it? And everybody started
Oh
singing.
yeah, it was pretty cool.
Awesome.
We did pictures in the photo booth, so we all popped in with Dad.
I
Dad
saw
sat
whoever
and we
posted
all
it. That was cool.
and then we hung out outside Dustland and then we went to Cornish, yeah.
Nice.
And we ate the food's actually really good.
That wasn't
Like,
bad at
it's
all.
delicious.
You
Like,
know, I
I'm
was
shocked.
so fixated on trying to get them short the S&P last night. That's why I wanted to get home at like 2 a.m. and didn't get in it. We never got in anyway.
Oh damn. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Could have stayed out all night. It wouldn't have mattered.
Call Laura.
Oh, don't
So
worry.
kids, take
She's
this
still
as a
out.
lesson.
Don't
Go
worry,
to
we'll
the
be-
bar instead of
Laura's still
training.
out. She's just waiting for us to show up.
No, she was good. She went home because she had
Oh,
class.
good.
She made it to class.
Yeah, I'm glad
Good.
she went home.
She's funny.
Yeah,
That'll be tonight.
middle of the week's a little tougher for me to go on a bender, but on the weekends I'm allowed to.
They work on the weekends.
Yeah, that's why
they
we
go
go
out
on
the
Mondays.
Gotcha.
Uh-huh.
Well, we're going out this Monday, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing it's
All right, Cats,
a
Thursday,
three-day
expect
not
weekend
to
this
see me.
weekend.
Yeah, hard hat will be happening.
All right.
On Monday.
Wow.
I heard hard hat's weird when it's not jazz night though. Not weird, but just like a rough.
Oh,
That would be.
It would. I mean, look at what the bar looks like.
That much water, huh, Dano? We
I'll
haven't.
take
When's
a
the
look
last time it
tonight.
rained here?
It's been a
Can
while.
anyone even remember? It's been months and months since we've
like
seen
No,
rain.
it
full
rained
on,
like
full
last
on.
week.
Yeah, I was about to say
We
Like,
woke up and
a
it was wet
downpour?
out. Yeah.
Yeah, drizzle, but we haven't actually had rain like a
downpour.
downpour in a long time, right?
Down
2 months, 3 months. I think the start of summer.
How many
Wow,
down
the streets flooded. It's
I
only
don't
been
even know
raining
what to say
15
this
minutes,
one.
huh?
I won't be
Let's
inside.
let's
It's
see.
very simple. Hi everyone, I won't be inside.
Oh no, I just
Good
brought
luck
up my
seeing
quotes. Oh
Monday,
no, I
something
just
like
killed
that.
my quotes. Damn it!
On your phone.
I had them on my phone. I just
Oh.
knocked them off my computer. All right, no big deal. Sun King, thank you, sir. I'll get back to people in a little while. What are we gonna find out? Oh, when's the last time Las Vegas seen meaningful rain? 124 days ago since the last time we seen rain. It's been 213 days
About
since
May, right?
before that. Huh?
That's about May, April, May.
213 days before that was the last time it rained.
Crazy.
Holy cow. So this is monsoon season, Dano, and it's actually supposed to rain here, but it doesn't. The monsoons never happen. I got to bring my quote system back up. I had it on my phone, and when I logged into my phone, it knocked me out of my quotes. So, is it M Porsche? P-W-O-R-S-E, like a Porsche with a W in front of it, a Porsche? I am with you since video 222. I am 60 years old, so birthday is only a number. The best thing you ever told me is stops are in, and that saves a life. I absolutely agree. As far as I'm concerned, I'm as young as I was when I was 18 years old. I am that same guy. Nothing has ever changed since I was in between high school and college, and I just stayed there. You know what I mean? I got the same job, the same girlfriend, the same motorcycle I had when I was 18 years old. Nothing changed from 18. I just kind of stopped there. Nashville averages 49.3 inches of rain annually. Vegas, if we got an inch of rain, it's a lot of rain here. 5 inches of rain, we'd be filled up. All the streets would be full. We can't have rain like that here. Well, thank you, Jay. Thank you. You peaked at 14, huh? So it's interesting. I didn't peak at 18. I stopped maturing. I continued doing fantastic things on this planet, but I didn't mature past 18. I'm still a child. Well, thank you, Dana. In other words, things like this will still happen to me. We were hanging out, me and Natalie were standing next to each other one day talking, my daughter. And a lady comes over to us and we introduce ourselves. And hi, I'm Oscar. This is Natalie. What's your name? She went, hi, I'm Enos. You know, I'm an 18-year-old kid. You can't tell me your name's Enos. I had so much trouble not laughing. I just looked at Nat and went, oh no, what do we do now without her hearing it? Well, of course her name's going to be Penis from that moment forward. You know what I mean? I'm a child. I was like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to speak for 10 minutes. Her name's Enos. So, yes, I'm still a child at heart. When we go out, I end up getting in trouble from the adults and stuff because I'm a child. Well, let me get my quotes back on. Quote system. No, I don't think you'll be able to see anything. No good. I didn't think they were that silly. All right, so the kids want me to do all kinds of stuff later, but I'm a guy who has to get in markets. I don't give a shit if it's on birthday or not. So we're still going to come up with trades. Whether or not we get filled is another story, but we're still going to try. So you've been following since video 222. Are you a stalker? Are you going to kill me? No, I'm just kidding. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. I literally have people following me since before there was an internet, when they used to follow my recommendations by fax. In fact, I don't know how many of you are watching this, but let me show you something really cool. Oh wow, where's my board? All right, we're still online, yes. Let me show you something extremely cool. Check this out. I don't know if you've ever seen it before. Which window would work? This one? Yes. All right. Way back. You ever heard of the Wayback Machine? Anybody ever hear of this thing? Let me show you what it does. It's very cool. What was one of my first sites? Futures Inc. This is a website I started in 1994, but then I ended up donating it to a teenage organization because they were using the name Futures Inc. And I thought I could do better helping them because they take wayward kids who aren't getting their way through high school and have bad parents, and they literally help them get through high school, make their way into college, find jobs. Great people. So I had a website since 1994. In 1996, I sold it to these guys, but let's see if my version of it is still here. Snapshot. Oh, yeah, dig me. So the internet started in 94. This website was sitting there in 1994. Now, watch this. Exactly what I do today is what I did then. This says 5/22. This is up to 1997 now. In 1908, the Wright brothers flying machine was registered with the U.S. Patent Office. All right, it's a little fact of the day. We are now cocoa. Buy cocoa at 1474. Place your stop at 1459. Take profits between 1503 and 1511. Coffee. Buy coffee at 24600. Place at 241.90. Stop. Large stops are required during periods of high volatility. Take profits on a thrust up into the 259, 261 area. Cotton, heating oil, crude oil, hogs, S&P, silver, soybeans, sugar, T-bonds, unleaded gas. That was one day. Those were the omnis that were put out for one day. I used to do this every single day. So I've had websites on the internet since the internet started without missing ever. And these became interactive. Let me see if I could show you. Once I started getting smarter, I was able to create interactive bulletin boards.
The way back.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find another one. I sold Futures Inc. to the teenagers, and then what did I do after that? Futures analysts and traders, right? Oh, maybe not. I think it's something else. I called it something else, but let's see what comes up. That's not what it was called. Futures analysts. Oh, it's futuresanalyst.com. That's what it's going to be. Wow, look at all the captures. We can go all the way back to when. This site I started in 1999. I don't think there's anything earlier than that. And these are all just different websites that I've had. So I've always been on the internet since the internet started. Always trading websites that would help people, interactive. I'm in 2 chat rooms. Well, this is the YouTube chat. And this is our normal everyday chat room. What I tell everyone from the YouTube chat is, all right, here's a for instance. I'll just show it to you in the mail. This is what happens to me all the time. Can we get that out of the way? Is it here? Yes. I didn't show this to Natalie, did I? All right, so when I play music in my own trading room, I can play anything I want. It is my trading room. I don't get in trouble. I don't get, I don't have to worry about royalties, none of that stuff, okay? No copyrights. I played some music in my chat room yesterday, and it says, "Hi, Oscar. Claim content was found on your video. You can no longer monetize, blah, blah, blah. It can't be shown in a bunch of countries." Look who it is. Natalie Carboni. Natalie Carboni. Natalie Carboni. I've been copyrighted by my daughter. So the problem with doing this stuff on social network is I can't be me. I got to watch what I say and do. I can't play my music. I can't enjoy myself. So what I tell everyone to do on YouTube is just come join live with Oscar. It's really easy to do. There are no credit cards required. This never closes. This entity on this side, it stays open 24 hours a day. I'm always there. Mikey's there. Dano's there. We're always there running the shop. This one is YouTube. It's got a latency for about 30 seconds, if not longer. B, I can't use it 24 hours a day because I'll end up getting myself in trouble by playing music, saying things that shouldn't be said. So everybody on YouTube, if you would just go to Live with Oscar and join, I mean, it's so easy. Now look. And this way, whenever I'm not on YouTube, you guys can still, all you have to do is go to livewithoscar.com. Right? It looks just like this. If you have a username, of course, you already know all of this, so you hit log in, register. There's nothing. First name, last name, email, phone number, desired username. Boom. Send it through. You're going to get an email. It likely will go to your spam. Check your spam, shoot it back, and then you will immediately be in my live trading room. All you have to do is click chat with Oscar. Oscar's chat room, live chat. It's all over the website. And this way, when I turn off YouTube and Twitter and everything else, you guys can still hang with me. Anyway, Mike, I don't even think you seen last night's video, huh?
So when you called me, I was asleep.
Yeah, I saw. So here, I'll show you something quick. In last night's video, we basically called for a pause in the up move. And we were here. I put out this. Picture speaks 1,000 words. The Omni went neutral as well on top of this picture. So downsides expected. And boom. How about that, huh?
Nice.
Pretty damn
Hell
good
yeah.
stuff. You can't do better than that. Oh, no one can see that. See, I always have to see where that camera is, and it's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass to run this show.
But it runs.
It sure does. All right, so we didn't get a fill. We're probably getting fills this afternoon for sure. Just looking at the market setups, I would think that we're going to get filled here. What was that? Yep, something tells me that the markets are going to let us in tonight. All right, so anything anybody wants to look at or discuss with me before I step out and say hello to Mikey? Looks like he wants to speak to me about something. Do you? Oh,
Hanging.
I lied.
You were allowed to step out anyways, but I know I'm just hanging.
I would like to play music, but then I'll be copyrighted again.
Guess you need headphones.
That doesn't help. Then they can't hear it.
True.
Well, thank you, Neil. Appreciate that. Turned 42 today.
Crazy.
Or was it 43, Mike? How old am I today?
Yeah, 1984 sounds about right.
Yeah. I think I was born in 2006. I'm young. Can we look at gold? Sure.
Coming from the guy with gold in his name. Very nice.
Gold, baby. So, since gold broke out of, the area that it normally can't get through, the top of the pennant, all the stops were hit. It was a very nice run. Here, if you don't settle higher, you're going to have to be careful here. In other words, the settlement's going to have to be higher than yesterday's bar, and if not, you're going to have to be a little careful here. Because if you ask me, this sucker's been on its way down for a long time. It built kind of a bearish formation and then took out some stops. I don't know that we keep going up in gold, kids. I'd be very careful about gold. Silver. Now, you guys, if you've been watching the stuff I've been showing you on YouTube lately, you must be learning something about this. If not, you really need to pay attention. Look where we are now. Okay? Do you remember when I showed you that the same thing happens over and over again in Bitcoin? Look where we are now. Look what happens. Look where we are now. Look what happens. Look at where we are now. Look what happens. Now, if you look at this formation and then you go here, okay, then what happened to my silver chart? Oh wait, which one was on here? This was BTC. What are we in August now? No.
Q for what? Gold?
July. We have to be in August.
Oh, in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That's what I have up on the board. Yeah, we only just rolled that a couple days ago.
All right, so it's asking me to do a continuation. This way it'll put all my stuff back on the chart.
Jay West asked about DraftKings after this.
Well, DraftKings is going public, aren't they? Isn't this some IPO or is reporting or something? Hold on. DraftKings is, I think, reporting. I think they've gone public already. All right, so looking at this, and then when you go over here and you look at this, I mean, same sort of type of formation, different market. I don't know that it's any different, though. It is just a formation. So silver looks like that. Gold, gold is way more positive looking than silver, except for that it's been going down for so long. What would make this the beginning of a new move? It's going to have to prove itself first. In other words, we need a lot more confirmation to think gold is back on an up move from here. And you mentioned DraftKings. Do I have DraftKings saved? I don't think I have it saved. Maybe, maybe not. All right, so first we'll do this QST. Let's look at DraftKings. Who's asking about DraftKings?
In the chat room, Jay West.
Gotcha. Chat room's over here. Ah, all right. Let's go take a look at that. Now, that is. Hold on just a moment. I have to do it a different way. I have to go here. One here is QST, right? Perfect. DraftKings. Is it public? Is it not public yet? Ah, here we go. It's public. I knew it was. All right, so it's call letters R. D, K, N, G. Got it. And we'll have to pull it this way. DraftKings. It could be a dot O. Let's see what comes up. Nothing, huh? There it is. Well, that was a strange way to get to that stock, huh?
Took a little while,
Yeah.
but we conquered.
Or did we?
Well,
Where did it go?
You know, hey, you know what else?
It never showed up, Mike.
You know what else for your birthday? I told everybody in the chat room. I put a good word in with Roger Goodell, and he said he put in a preseason game. So today is the Cardinals versus the Panthers.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you'd put in a word to make the Jets win this year. Come on, Mikey. Why don't you just go direct on this?
Well, he kind of pushed that conversation to the side once I brought up the owners and my theory. So, you know, it might ring true a little bit more.
All right, so let's go
See what
find
time that's going to be.
DKNG dot MX. Oh, no, this one's a dot O, even better. Dot O.
I would have to think since like 2018, this thing's just practically up. Like from the moment it was announced to now. So let's see.
I'm not getting any data on it, though. Oh, finally. That took a long time.
Completely
huh?
polar opposite. Oh, that's only 2025.
All right, so we can minimize that. Wow, this is really slow. Stupidly slow.
Getting towards the end of the week. And we need to refresh.
This is DraftKings. Yuck. This is ugly, kid. All right, let me show you. This is DraftKings. That is just ugly. This whole thing down here is horrible looking. The whole thing built itself under the 200. Yeah, it's a bad looking chart.
Whoa.
Now, this reminds you of a gambler's chart, right? Looks like a bunch of people gambling, and it's about a gambling stock. It makes perfect sense. It looks like people gambling. Look at this thing. Whoa! And then back up like a roller coaster. Call Wall Street. Let's see what it does back there. So this is the beginning of its life. And it went down $10, up to 55, and down to 20. So let's look at that. 70, 10. Almost the whole thing retraced. 40. And you just did half. That looks terrible to me, kids. I would definitely sell the rallies in DraftKings. I don't like this at all. I don't have to draw any trend lines on it to not like this thing. Make it one word, make it easier. Yeah, I don't like that at all, Jay. Looks terrible to me. So, do I think oil goes lower from here? All right. If we don't start the war again, absolutely. It's projected to go a lot lower into the 60s. But we're in the middle of a make-believe peace treaty, which won't last, and no one's going to care, and someone's going to blow some shit up, and it's going to go back up again. Until we come to some sort of final solution with Iran, it's a country that says, okay, let's have a 2-day peace treaty. And while they're signing it, they've got somebody shooting rockets. You know what I mean? So what do you do with a country like that? So if we could somehow stop this war on again, off again stuff, if the war just stayed on, crude would still drop. It's the on again, off again that stops it from dropping. So crude is measured down to 66 and then 62, but with the war being on, anything's possible. You know what I mean? It's how do you get a market to go down that's stuck in, everyone in the world is convinced that all the oil on the planet doesn't just come from the Straits of Hormuz. It's in the Straits of Hormuz. That's it. All the oil on the planet, it's all in the Strait of Hormuz. That's that. That's what we know. Doesn't matter that the rest of the world pumps way more oil than the stuff that goes through the strait. It's all about the strait right now. It's total bullshit. You guys know that, right? I mean, it's just total nonsense. 10% of our crude goes through the strait. It's just total nonsense. But we talked about this yesterday. That's not what I wanted to put up. I need this guy. We talked about this yesterday when the war with Ukraine started. Every grain that anyone's ever eaten, if you've ever eaten corn, oats, wheat, if you fed oats to your horses, if you've ever had soybeans, if you've ever made beer and the barley, it all came from the Ukraine when the war started, if you remember that. Everything came from the Ukraine. If it grew on this planet, it grew in the Ukraine only. When that war started, the price of wheat, soybeans, oats, everything exploded. And I was yelling at the camera like I am now. This is such nonsense. How much do we actually grow there? Who even cares about the Ukraine? But it was a narrative. Well, we got the same narrative now about oil. Because if the narrative was the price of oil is too expensive at the pump, we should have been screaming that at $4. It's $5.40 right now. No one saying a word. Does anybody remember when crude was that high just a year and a half ago? People were losing their minds. It was on every TV station. Crude oil, it's almost $5. It's going to ruin the world. You know what you get right now? Zero, nothing. How come a year ago, crude being almost $5 a gallon of gas was ruining everybody, every station? It was on TV, it was everywhere. And now we're over 5 and change and no one even speaks about it. You see what I mean? These are just narratives that get set. And once the narrative is set, people live it. But a lot of it isn't actually happening. It's just a narrative. Why aren't we flipping out over? I looked at the gas station last night and went, oh my God, $5.42 a gallon? Are you kidding me? No one seems to care right now. It's all about the oil in the straits instead of what we're paying at the pump. It's just crazy the way once that narrative gets set, it sticks. If you remember, only a short 3 months ago, there wasn't enough silver for production. Oh, geez, they can't make chips because of silver. And I was like, oh my God, do you believe what they're saying now? We need silver? Seriously? So it's just a narrative, man. It comes out, you gotta be careful not getting caught up in it. So if we didn't use the narrative about the straits and all the oil coming through it, that strait would have been closed. Everyone else would have said, all right, we'll just get our oil somewhere else. And that would have been that. But now that we have the narrative set, it's all about the Straits of Hormuz. They won't let up. Hiya. And bonds dropped almost a full handle from their highs, huh? That is not good. 110.07, 109.09. That pushes the market down. Crude went back up 300 points. That pushes the market down. STZ. Oh, it's the Iceman. I couldn't figure that out. I'm going on
That's what I was trying to think of.
It's
I was like,
the
it's
Iceman. There you go. That's anti the Iceman. What the hell was that?
I know. I hit.
Oh, that was you.
Mm.
I was gonna say I think I hit my foot switch. You know, STZ. All right, we'll look at it anyway. Why not? So many charts on that other computer that aren't here. It's just STZ. There's no .o on this. There's no .k. Cool. See here, you just click QST, and that's what's going to be seen while I set stuff up over here. This way people don't get confused by what I'm setting up. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
And they can take a look at the board. Let's see what's going on.
Boom. Boom. Why is everything bear flagging? It's just weird. There's another bear flag over there. All right, so Constellation, you wanted to take a look at, huh? So the first thing that I noticed with that is the double bottom area, or close to one. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Here, very close to a double bottom here. Now, this is a company that makes $1 zillion. And why does its stock look like this?
Well, say what the hell?
I mean, seriously, this company makes so much money. You know what? It must be one of those GameStopper type stocks where they just keep shorting it.
Mm-hmm.
Constellation.
Weird.
Brands. All right. Ticker. Perfect. Let's see just how much money they earned. Earnings plus 7.13. Beat. See what I'm saying? They make zillions of dollars and the stock goes down. That's because Wall Street sells calls against the stock and won't let it go up. Monitor a real-time price. Now, I think they own like all the beers in the world, don't they? Let's see what they own. I think they're big on beer. A bunch of other stuff, but beer's one of them. Breakdown. Oh, there you go. Breakdown of their beer, wine, and spirits portfolio. So all I can say about this is, boy, oh boy, is it wrong what they do to this poor company. Here's a company that makes tons of money. It will never go up, not unless Wall Street disappears. That's a shame. It's a game stopper. All right, so let's go back to here, here, and here. Have I come up with ES and NQ year-end targets? Now, Jay, you've been around for a long, long time, Jay. I know you're, I remember you, Jay Reardon. Right? In fact, if I look you up on my site, you've been around forever. You know I come up with those in the beginning of the year. Don Julio. So, yes, 7,800, then 8050. We've already hit the 7,800 one. But there's actually higher than that. I can do better than that too if necessary. I'll show you. Kramer recommended STZ on July 6th. Let's see what happened on July 6th. Boom. Well, if you got out quick enough, there were $20 in his trade. You know what? I'm not gonna say he was wrong about that. It went up. That was a nice call on his part if he's short-term trading. You can't complain about that. It was basically the low here. And you did end up going up $20. So $20 in a stock is $20 in a stock. That was actually a good call. You got to give Kramer credit on that one, kids. Scott, say hello and I'll call him back as soon as I hop off camera.
Hello there.
Hey, dear Oscar. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that, you guys.
49, right?
How did you know? Well, actually, 48. Don't try to make me older.
How old are you, Oscar?
62, I think.
No, you're not.
I'm actually stuck somewhere between 18 and 20, but they call it 62 now.
Get around in this 26.
There you go. I like it. I'm 26. I'll do that. That works for me.
You have anything fun planned?
The kids want to go to an escape room this afternoon. And last night, about 10 o'clock, we ended up going out and hitting a few bars and having a few drinks with Natalie and some of her friends. So I'm celebrating a little. It's been all right.
Good. How's Lisa doing?
She's doing much better every day. She seems to be healing a bit. Yesterday, she had some trouble with her legs, but today she seems better.
Okay, so is the pain in the back gone?
So far, yes. With the exception of healing. She's standing straight up. She's no longer the Leaning Tower of Lisa. It's amazing. No, we haven't seen her stand straight in a year and a half.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, my goodness. That's fantastic.
So she's in a lot of pain. She's wearing a brace and she's in pain and she needs a walker for the next couple of weeks. But she's getting much better.
Good. That's really good news. Give her our regards.
For sure. Now we got to get together and hang out for my birthday or something. So maybe we'll get together this weekend if you guys want.
Well, tomorrow, no, Saturday, we're going to a gun show.
Where?
A buddy of mine at the Tuscany.
Oh, I saw all the signs for that. When are you going? You know what? I want a gun. I'll go with you. I could. If you guys want company, I'll meet you there. I could use a gun.
Well, do it. Let's do it. We'll make it around 2 o'clock. Let's say around 2 o'clock.
All right. So call me during the day Saturday because a friend of mine just asked me if I was going to go to the gun show, and I remember driving by the sign, but I forgot it was the Tuscany.
Yes, Tuscany. Yeah, a friend of ours called us up, and is the weird couple. Our weird couple. We love her, but he's a weirdo. No, not that. He's not that weird. He's just different. Different.
Now I have a question. If I get a license, that means I could just go out and shoot anybody, right? Once you have a license, you have a license to kill. Is that correct?
Yeah. I have so many guns, it's ridiculous, you know. I have one I haven't even shot yet. And shoot, they're still in a box in my closet.
Oh man, we got to take those out, mess with them a little bit. So I've gone out to buy guns a lot of times, and the only thing I have right now, as far as guns, is a rifle. I don't have any guns.
Oh, we used to go out, but it got so expensive on Orville. There's a shooting thing there, and
When it cools down, you guys can go again.
but when it cools down, we can go outside and shoot.
Absolutely, I'm looking forward to it.
Good, good. Well, listen, we'll definitely give you a call on Saturday as soon as we know. But maybe you could find out tomorrow, Lisa, and we can let Oscar know. Love to see you.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind hanging out. It's a good place to go hang out because the Tuscany, you know, it's a nice hotel, and the gun show is going to be fun.
Good. It should be fun. I'd like to see. I like old guns and Brownings and that old Browning octagon barrels. I had like 20 of them. They stole them out of my office.
Nice. Well, you're gonna have to show me your collection. I've been to your house a million times without seeing your guns.
Well, I'll have to show you. Pull them out of the closet.
Oscar, any news about the people that scammed you?
No, not yet. So one of the problems with tracking, so let's say that happened and the people were silly enough to actually move all 1.3 million into Coinbase and try to cash it out. That would get them caught immediately. But what the feds told me is they made like over 1,000 wallets and sent it to a little bit of money to each wallet. And you'll never figure out who it is, why, or how when they do that.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh, that is so scary. It makes my, I just got chills.
It makes my ass quiver.
It took me 3 weeks to swallow that one, man. I was mad at myself for. Now I wake up in the morning not mad, but I was so mad at myself. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Oscar, it was not your fault.
No.
I mean, you can't protect yourself against all bad people, you know?
Yeah, but I worked real hard to save that money, as you know. You see how hard I work, and to watch somebody get it in 30 seconds.
Oh my God.
That is not fair.
Oh no, it's absolutely. I have no words for that one. It's horrible, Oscar. We're so sorry. My goodness.
Well, is what it is,
I don't know
kids.
if I get over it. I'm proud of you for getting over it in such a short time.
You know, I literally, for the first 2 weeks, I was just losing my head. And then by week 3, I said, all right, just go make more. Shut up and make more. All right, that's what we'll do.
That's a great attitude.
Stop complaining, Oscar. Go make more. All right, we'll do that.
That's a good one. You can do it again.
So I'll
No
tell you
doubt.
what, I'll give you a call tomorrow when we get the plan finalized. I know we're definitely doing it. So.
I'll meet you. Maybe finally I'll come home with a gun. I keep threatening to buy one, and I end up never buying one.
Perfect. Okay, I'll point you in the right direction with Gary. He has about 50 of them. Yeah, he's got his carry permit and everything.
Oh, wow. Well, dig that.
Yeah, well, you'll meet him. You'll see. He's a bit strange, but he's an ex-pilot.
He's a very nice man. Ex-pilot for DHL.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Flew all over the world. But anyway, we'll look forward to seeing you on Saturday then.
Sounds good, guys. Thank you so much for the call, and looking forward to hanging out with you on Saturday. Thank you.
Bye, Oscar.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So you were just listening to 2 supermodels. Back in their day, they both were supermodels. It's an amazing thing because they're still beautiful today, aren't they? They're like
They're
a
very
beautiful
nice.
couple. It's just amazing to see how they've maintained all these years. Yeah, Jay, took me a couple of weeks to swallow that pill. Any recommendations to avoid in the future? Yeah. Don't take a fake Zoom link from a college in Manhattan. You'll be all right. If you don't do that, you should be okay. All right. Want to give me a minute? Thank you. Have a seat. Entertain our lovely crowd. This is what they're seeing. So you want to click this chat
Yeah.
room so that they can see the words on it, which covers the other one. So just click this, and this way everyone can see both chat rooms. And is that camera in the way? Let's see. Just leave it up there. There you go, kid.
Sounds good.
So remember, you got both chat rooms that you can respond to, and I'll be back in a minute.
Sounds good.
It's my birthday, so what I thought I would do is I'm gonna go to where the Wu-Tang Clan came from and buy some crack, a big pile of crack. I'll be right back. That's what they used to sell in that neighborhood, Park Hill. It was the crack neighborhood, crack gym.
Yeah. Rough, but you know what? Dead and gone, here we are now, right? Alright, Thursday the 6th. We got one more to go. And then it's the weekend. You know, hon, I kind of couldn't tell you anything more than I'm sure we'll definitely be seeing some market movement. At least some kind of pop up or down. That's usually what tends to happen anytime we have some kind of like earnings report or just financial reports that pop out at 8 in the morning New York or 9:30 when the stock opens. So that's at least what I'd expect. But specifics I wouldn't be able to tell you. I wouldn't want to give you a wrong, false answer anyway, you know. Not like he's controlling it from the outside because you can see hands are up, but there's typing. No, the old one. Well, my dad already did. It's just what happened, and then after that, emerged the phoenix. See, crude and beyond. Yeah, wow. Beside dollar and crude, everything else is just red. Oh, the old coin. The old coin, not Bitcoin. Iceman. Still a funny name. I think there's anything like notable I wanted to bring up, talk about, discuss. It's not off the top of my head. Yep, said it was at 5 p.m. Vegas time, so it's at 8 New York. Yep, I won't even be shocked. Oh wow, Pawns are by the low as well. They're 2 points away. Hell, even regular season, who are we kidding? Kickoffs. I don't even feel like kickoffs anymore. Dude, I remember the first time seeing that kickoff and everybody just stood still and the ball was in the air, and I was like, what the hell is happening right now? Yep. Cardinals and the Panthers. Oh, I forgot actually. Panthers became kind of like good towards the end of last year. And they have what is he? Bryce Young. Yeah, nice. All right. Because I was thinking, I was like, all right, not the greatest game, but I'll take hell even like who would be the shit teams like the Browns versus the Titans. At least it's something. But I am excited to see the Titans' new uniforms this year. Same thing with the Commanders, because now they finally look more like the Redskins instead of just another college team. So I'm excited about their uniforms. The Ravens got a new uniform. I think the helmet looks a little bit different, like more edited. Different design on the Raven, something like that, like the logo. Trying to think who else got a jersey this year. Possibly Atlanta, unless that was the year before.
Sorry, but is the YouTube saying anything?
Oh, I haven't looked in a minute. But we were talking before, yeah. Now it's only, let me check for you, Iceman. Oh. $103. I'll get the call. Give me 1 minute. Hello.
So I had to call in pills, prescription pills for refills for Lisa.
Make it for 2:30. Yeah, so that way by the time I go to eat. Perfect. Yep, that will work. That works. Alright, okay, let's see what
All right, so time check 3:06, market check. Not good. So people were asking, Omniacs were asking about the unemployment report tomorrow, the employment report. I think this is an indication of that. Here, right here. I think this is an indication of tomorrow's report. We ran it all the way up to a day before the report. So it's a good chance that that was on purpose. And maybe there's some knowledge that the report is going to be not as strong as expected. Who knows? You know what I mean? But that run up to here, and then the turnaround day, and the report comes out tomorrow, I find a little suspect, but we'll see. Maybe it'll just turn around and go up. I can't imagine employment being bad, though. I don't see it. If it's bad, we'll know, but you don't really hear about all kinds of layoffs going on and stuff like that. And I've got a couple of things in email that I was working on. I really should finish that. Where was that? Ta, 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 ta. Why is that not right? They never replied. Believe it that they never replied. Oh my goodness. So how do I reply to this right here? Submit. Boy, would I like to get that set up. I want to test it out.
Yep, would be fun.
And I had two other people I have to look for. Surely. I was working on getting her. reply. Right, that's June, July 23rd, August 5th. So there's been no reply to that. And then there's one more thing I gotta look at. Imagine that. Ooh. I don't know how we got. I don't know how we set this up. There's got to be another way to contact people. All right. Do we have an account? Let's see. It doesn't say who it's to. That's going to start. Yeah, I don't know what. I think that might have all been part of the PayPal card thing.
Hmm.
So they might have been on the PayPal card. I got to get that fixed. Let them reply an email. All right. Bitcoin in a loose leaf paper channel, middle deviation basing at 50% Fibonacci of 63, 310, 24, huh?
Not yet, AN.
No, I'm having them install the latest chat room. We were talking about it earlier today. It's a Chinese company. They won't let us install it on our own servers. They need to get into our servers and install their spy software themselves. There's no way around it. Is what it is. You know they're going to spy on us. But the chat room is public. So what are they going to do? See the public stuff we talk about anyway? They could be in the chat room if they wanted to be. It doesn't really matter. Jay Reardon, what do I think about Scamdani? I'm from Staten Island. He went to Staten Island yesterday. They booed him off the stage and he left with his tail between his legs. That's what I think of the guy. My buddy spoke for me. And the Iceman says upper is 781 and lower is 484, huh? What would that be on Bitcoin? $78 and 48. All right. I could see either of those two. I could see 48 before 78, but we'll see what happens. What's wrong with that?
Now we know.
What do I think of Ethereum bottoming? Well, that's an interesting question because Ethereum sure has put in some kind of a little bit of a bottom down there. I like the bottom right there. I think it's a nice looking bottom. Looks like you can buy the dips there. Yeah, better believe he's worse than a fraud. This guy wants to turn an American city into a mosque, one big mosque. That's not allowed. This is America, buddy. You want to turn a city into a mosque? Go to a city in a country where they want that. Not here. I have a feeling that he is not going to do so well because he's already, I mean, every borough is like, they hate the guy. He's only got Manhattan. But Ethereum's been a dog for some time, so that's a pretty strong look to it for being that it's been such a dog. How's this guy doing? Yeah, Michigan. So the problem with Michigan, I don't know if it's a problem, just depends on your religion. But if you are not Islamic, you have to listen to the Islamic music of the prayers all afternoon throughout the city, as loud as they can play it. Now I tell you, this is America. That is just not right. That is just not right. Oh, so free rent, free groceries. How are you supposed to do that? This isn't Russia. You know what I mean? You can't just take a city and claim it's Russia, but whatever. So, do you need to hear the Islamic prayers and the Islamic music for 2 hours or 3 hours every day? Do you need to hear that? No, right? Because it's not your religion. Forced upon you if you're in Michigan. And they're starting to do it in New York now as well. So I don't know how much longer we have before this turns into a Muslim country, kids, but you might as well enjoy what's left of it. I promise you right now, there's a lot of Christians in this country, and the Muslims are not going to like us. It's not going to go over well. You will. He's the man who started all of this. He was the first guy who wanted to put mosques all over the country.
Can you scroll up? I was trying to read that message.
Which one?
There.
Oh, Peter, you are right. The kids today. You know why? Most of the kids today yelling, "Oh, we want socialism," have never left the country. They're little spoiled brat kids that have never seen the world. Mommy and daddy give them everything. They have free college, and they're, "We want socialism." God forbid they get what they ask for. Ethereum started running, Ethereum started getting attention a couple of days ago, to be honest. 1913, it's not so bad. It's been over 4,000 at one point in its life. All right. I think it is time to not do this till 5 o'clock. When it's time for analysis. But I think we can come up with some good birthday trades today. I think they're going to hit.
Birth trades.
I was. Good thing it didn't happen anyway.
Yep. No need to spoil it either. Your birthday. Hey, bingo.
Thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. Whose birthday is it? I don't know. They keep saying happy birthday all over this damn room today. I don't know whose birthday it is. Mike, is it your birthday?
Oh, mine.
I think it's Jay Reardon's birthday today, Mr. Frosty. Well, I have to admit, I've done nothing with this week. It's bad. Doesn't usually happen. Only on Monday. Thank you, sir. All right, so I think I want to not do this for an hour. Get ready for the markets tonight. And then whatever will happen, will happen. Should I get drunk?
Well, we'll see you guys on Monday.
It's during the day. I don't drink when the sun's up.
Oh,
That
no,
doesn't happen.
Talking about the nighttime.
Well, that's a different story. I don't drink when the sun's up. Amazon, huh?
Amazon. See ya.
Okay, Mikey. You know what? I've never been a hangover guy. You get up in the morning and it's just time for a new day. Every now and then you can feel it a little, but it takes a lot to give me a spike in my head. I usually get up in the morning and I'm ready to go. I've got some experience. Crown Royal. Well, thank you, Mr. Frosty. Appreciate that, sir. I never, ever tell people it's my birthday. But the way things work now, the internet rats you out. The internet rats us out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think Ethereum is in a little bit of a super angel. I think I think Ethereum is in a world of its own lately because it doesn't really participate in the same movement as Bitcoin and Solana lately. And it's been getting a whole lot of talk about being used by bigger entities out there. But I have to tell you, Ethereum is so expensive to use and it's slow and the network is not as capable as other networks. So I don't know why it would be going up this much. In other words, it should have been born 5 years later. It would have had better technology. Very expensive. The fees are stupidly expensive. And get this, if you have a stake Ethereum, it could take 3 weeks to 6 weeks to unstake it. You stake any other crypto and it unstakes immediately. As you hit the button, it's unstaked. You know, I'm with you, Mr. Frosty, but I'm going to leave it up to the family today to figure that out. I'm not going to try to direct any of what happens today. I heard we're going to an escape room. Those are fun. I heard Golfer is sending over lunch. We love Golfer. I hope she's coming with lunch. All right, so birthday or not, kids, you know me. I'm going to do my homework. We're going to put out trades. Today we got, we almost ended up catching on an Oscarism. We almost ended up getting in at the highs. All right, no fill at 84, but we had the right idea. We'll see what we can come up with tonight. Here's another thing that bothers me. The Chinese just wrote, because I said, is my server as a software installed? We are working on installing it. Please wait until you are provided with the information. Best regards. Here's the thing. When Tony installs it, it takes him 30, 40 minutes. It's installed. This has been going on for a day and a half. What the hell are these guys doing? What could take that long? There is no installation that takes that long. What are my thoughts about Bitcoin? Can you see the screen? Yeah, I'll show you in 1 second. You see that? Are you looking at the screen right now? Bitcoin has trouble with these bear flags. It's entire for the entirety of since the highs were put in 2025. It's had nothing but trouble in these flags ever since. Flag down. New flag gets created. Right, as you pull, as your flag. Boom, you hit the top of the flag, down. New flag gets created, got your pull, hit the top of the flag. Repetitive patterns continue to repeat until they stop repeating. So we scoured this entire planet, and there were 2 chat options that there's actually companies who run the backgrounds that you could count on. One of them was a guy out of France, and the other one was this company in China. I used the company in China for 15 straight years, but they used to use Flash. And 3 years ago, Flash was outlawed. They didn't bother writing a new program, and I had to switch over to the guy in France. That's the room that we're in now. I hate this room. I've hated this room since the day he built it. I cannot stand the fact that when I go to try to find my room, there's no one in it for 5 tries until I finally find people. If it happens to me, it must happen to you. If I need to call the guy and ask him to do work, it's not like calling an American and going, hey man, got a broken site, can you fix it? It's like calling a really lazy bastard from France. And it's like, oh, I'll be home in a few hours and then I'll let you know. Maybe I can fix, maybe. you know what? Who needs this? So instead of the very inexpensive price that it was costing me to run it through him, I'm going to pay an arm and a leg per month, but I'm going to run it myself with a brand new chat room, brand new everything. So it's the same company that I used for 15 years. They just spent the last 3 years building an HTML5 version. And now I'm going to try that version out. And if I like it, we'll use it. You know, the thing about just moving to Discord, Daniel wants me to do that too. The problem is markets are 24 hours a day. I am sending out live recommendations, and I do not want to rely on whether or not Discord is up and running, or whether Discord decides to boot me, or whether whatever at Discord. At least if the site goes down, it is me we can fix. So I don't want to be part of trying to get something done at Discord when you guys are in trade. You know what I mean? It's just irresponsible. So instead, I'd rather build it out myself. You know, we've probably got $5 million worth of Omni software that I've built out over these 20 years. Everything that we do is custom. Everything, except for hooking in Discord, which we just send out, you know, one message on that. But everything that we have done, I've paid programs, I've flown them in and had it custom built for us so that I am always in control. If there's an internet up, I can reach my parties. I don't like to have to rely on a third-party software who could give a crap about my Omniac crowd, you know? So that's why we're not using Discord for a chat room. It would be cheaper and easier for me, but cheaper and easier doesn't make it better for you guys. And Neil, Troll University, now I swear that sounds like something that was talked about 10 years ago. It reminds me of something from a long time ago. The Troll University. You know, I never actually asked them to program me a chat room. I always buy one and then use it. Never really thought about that. Troll University. I know that we did that when we spoke about this last, but isn't that something from a long time ago? Let me just look at something. I remember this from many, many moons ago. Rooted in the community of Mount Horeb in Wisconsin. Trolls are amongst us. They always have been, or at least that's what the per usual of 16th through the 19th century. All right, but those are different type of trolls. We're talking about trolls on the internet here, not. is 3:36. Omniacs, usually I stick around till 4 or 5, but today I'm just going to not work as hard. I'm going to step outside for a little while, pet the dogs, whatever, see the family. I'll wait until analysis time and then I'll come back in. And I have a feeling that we're going to get in trades kind of right away tonight. So be here. Well, it's YouTube. Well, if there are trades that can be done, I'll put those out for you, Omniacs. Anyway, you know, there's one more day a week. If I could give the Omniacs a nice shot on my birthday, I'll do that. I don't know that I'll have to. I don't know that I'll sit here and sit in front of the screens all night, but I'll certainly give you guys a trade if it shows up. Enjoy my birthday. Thank you so much. Listen, we are going to do a party. Lisa, she just back surgery just a couple of weeks ago. This isn't really the time for a gathering. I am going to host some sort of an Omniac gathering. We'll call it birthday, Omniac, Omni Camp graduation, Omni's hanging out. If you guys would be willing to come to Vegas to the Omni compound, I might throw some kind of a bash for us as it gets a little cooler this year. How many of you would show up? Last time we did this, 250 of you showed up. It was big. It was a 3-day party. There were people sleeping all over the place. If I throw an Omni bash this year, will you guys show up? Cool. Oh man, we had Cirque du Soleil playing. We had a Cirque du Soleil act. We had 3 different bands. My kids' band. We went crazy. It was great. Oh, we didn't plan it yet, Thrive. I gotta wait for it to get a little cooler here in Las Vegas, Octoberish. Thank you, Greg. Much appreciated. Thank you. How old do I look? Well, I don't even want you to say that. I look 90, I'm sure. How old do I look, Ann? Well, that's good to hear. I feel young. That's where I'm blessed. I'm young here, and I'm young here. Almost. All right, these are great guesses. Peter, yes, Peter, I'm 49. I like Peter's guess. That's the best one I've heard so far. We're going to run with that one. Thank you, Peter. I am 49 today. No, if I look this old at 49, I should be shot. No, he was joking when he said that I was 49. But yeah, I kid you not, I haven't really feel like I've grown since I'm a kid. I mean, since I'm a teenager, I don't feel like I've matured much. When I go in a room full of adults, I still feel like a kid that has to stay with the kids and let the adults speak the important stuff. And me and the kids hang out and make jokes. I'm still that guy. If I walk into a school, I'm still afraid of the principal and the teachers. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit, these are adults. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to stay young my whole life. I'm going to die at 99, 18 years old. Yeah, I don't do a lot of maturing, I swear. I am as much of a child as I ever was. And I didn't call any of you Omni campers back today. I'm sorry. I'll get to that tomorrow. I don't know. I just didn't get my stuff done today. Greg, you've been around for a long time, Greg Hill. Actually, Greg Hill is a name I can remember from when I lived in Sterling Circle, and that puts us like 14 years ago, 12 years ago. Ba-dum-bum. You're 58, Greg? It's a great age. All right, so Omniacs in YouTube. I've mentioned this to you so many times in the last few weeks, and I've spent a half an hour on it this morning. Move over to this chat room right here. Just go to Live with Oscar and join that chat room. And this way, in a moment when I shut down YouTube, that chat room never shuts down. We just stay. These guys live with Oscar 24 hours a day, and you're all invited to do that. And it's absolutely free to run, no credit cards. Just move over to this chat room and hang out with me because that never goes away. Then I could play music. I could be me. We could talk about stuff that won't get us in trouble. You know what I mean? It's cool. All right, Omniacs, with that being said, stops are in, emotions are out, and I'm out of here for a little while. I'll be back at 5 p.m. Eastern to do our analysis this evening. Thank you for everything you do. Please leave your comments below. Love you, Omniacs, and I'll see you this afternoon.